What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry, I found like a decent little spot holder for the phone down here, so that's where it's going to sit for a second, because driving a manual and vlogging is interesting. So yesterday got the file flashed, pump gas tune, put some 93 in it, did the ghost cam. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't feel anything different. The only thing I felt different was the yeah. Felt like a 5th gen Camaro with a damn BTR stage 3 cam. Sounds good. It sounds good. It's just funny because it's going from a Mustang. So, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it picked up much. I'm sure if you put it on the dyno, it probably picks up. I think what I've seen across the board on pump gas, no mods, is like 20, 25 wheel horsepower. Obviously, I think the cats are obviously a restriction. This still has the stock intakes with the carbon traps, however, so those probably need to be gutted. That probably helps a little bit. Minute, who knows? Something really interesting, if you guys don't know, typically a Mustang is MAF based, mass airflow sensor, it's in the intake. And then typically the trucks, the F-150s, are MAP, manifold air pressure sensor based. So what's very interesting on these, if you own one, you probably know this, but if you don't, maybe you don't know this, these have the dual intakes, obviously, as you've seen. Each intake has a MAF sensor, and then the intake manifold has a MAP sensor. So currently, I am testing a theory, not a theory, but it's already been tested. We have both MAF airflow sensors. Sorry, I have to emphasize MAF versus MAP. Both MAFs are unplugged right now. So Lund thinks, or doesn't think, he knows, it essentially uses the MAP sensor for most things, and then it checks the MAF sensors just for like correlation, make sure everything's running. However, it must not affect it that much because we're driving with both MAFs unplugged, and there is no difference in the car, no check engine lights, which is actually really interesting because any new car, something comes unplugged, whether it works or doesn't work, it usually throws a code. So I'm actually really surprised it doesn't throw some type of electrical code, even though it doesn't mess with the driving. I'm really surprised it doesn't throw any code. So both MAFs are unplugged right now just to test it. Well, I tested early this morning, so I never plugged them back in. So it still hasn't messed with the car. The car literally, with the ghost cam or non-ghost cam tune, still on pump gas, has not affected at all. So something interesting thought I'd share with you guys because I thought that was really weird. I thought it would throw a code for sure at least, but no code, nothing. So what we're currently doing is driving the car around and gonna run it out of the pump gas. So, because I don't really feel like pulling the fuel line. I put pretty good 93, expensive 93 in it the other day, and I don't really feel like pulling the fuel line off and draining it. So we are just going to drive the car around, get the rest of the pump gas out, and we already have the E85 Tuned. Lund has tested on his personal car, and I think they have one other car, maybe they're test muling, but they feel pretty confident. Obviously, when you're switching over from pump to E85, nothing crazy because you're really just changing the stoic. If everything else is already lined out, it's usually pretty close. So driving the car around, trying to get some pump gas out, gonna get some food, and yeah. What I was thinking about earlier, actually, side note, side story, is I was driving the manual car, and it's so funny, like the more you drive it, the better you get. I just don't ever drive this car, and we don't have any other manual cars, so it's just funny, like the engagements and everything releases get smoother. And then it made me think, the first time I had a manual car, I was in high school, and I rode in a buddy's Turbo Civic, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It was so, felt fast. 400 wheel horsepower to one single front tire. Feels really fast when you're spinning tires all the time, and it weighs 1,800 pounds. So anyways, my first manual experience is I literally went and bought a Civic that was already turboed. It was non-VTEC, actually. It was a B18 B1 non-VTEC, and where am I going? Okay. So I bought that. Never driven manual before, but I wanted to get in the game, the Turbo Civic game, so I drove it home. And that thing had a Exity twin disc clutch. Boy, that made me learn really quick. So if you ever driven one, and it was probably going out too, but the engagement is like right at the end, and it's really sharp engagement. It's not smooth at all. It's like an on-off switch. So it was being my first manual car. It was very interesting. So anyways, just a little side story for you guys. We are gonna drain the pump gas out and get the E85 Tune loaded. I'll let you guys know the difference. I'm hoping it picks up a lot because the pump gas, I was like, can't really notice a big difference. So see you guys when we're on the E85. I can smell it now. She is on E85. Ghost cam on E85. Sounds the exact same, but the smell, a lot better. All right, so we're officially on E85 for the most part. There's probably a little bit of pump gas in there. So pretty much what I do, on the cars that have the fuel systems, it's easier to drain them. And on if you have the LRX device, you can actually just run the fuel pump. Or you can put power to the pump, and it's just easier to disconnect the lines and not make a mess when you have a fuel system. You can do it on a stock fuel system, it's a little more of a pain in the butt. So what I do typically, if you don't have a fuel system, or if you don't want to drain the fuel, is run the car down to pretty much as low as you can go, then put like 3-4 gallons of E85 in it, drive that around with the E85 tune, because now you got E85 in there. However, the content's going to be lower because you have some pump gas in there that's still mixing. So I'll run that down to E and then top that one off when you run that one down as low as you can. Then top it off with full 85 and you should be good to go right there. You could always data log it and check your fuel trims. But yeah, that's kind of the easiest way to do it. It's just a pain in the ass if you have a lot of fuel and you got to drive around forever. So we got on E85 last night. So right now, I'm letting it mix with whatever pump gas was left, probably a gallon or two. Run that down to E, then top it off, and then I'll send that data log to Lund. I'm gonna take the ghost cam off today, obviously. I just wanted to verify for him that the ghost cam works with the E85 tune, and then wanted to verify the rev match still works and sounds the same. And so yeah, just verifying some stuff for them since they don't have a manual car, but I think the manuals are probably a little bit easier. They got a lot of trans tuning stuff to do with these, but with the 10 speeds, but the manual seems pretty easy. But rev match does work, which is cool. And because I guess some people, I don't know, on the Gen 3s complain the rev match sounded different. I don't know how that makes sense, but just what I was told, okay? So not gonna romp on it yet. I'm gonna let this fuel mix and then we'll do some pulls on the 85. Should be able to tell a difference. It should pick up like 30-40 horsepower, whereas the pump gas didn't really pick up much, maybe like 10. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Check out Kennedy's new plate. It's pretty sweet. So car's on E85. I mean, it definitely picked up a little bit, but nothing crazy. There's a problem when you have fast stuff. It doesn't feel like a big difference. But we are fully invested on this S650 thing, let me tell you. About to get some auto versus manual action going on.
Fully invested.
Fully invested.
I literally leave town for just 3 days. I come back.
Shazam! More on that soon. So guys, nothing crazy on E85. It definitely, I think London posted it, just switching to ethanol picks up like 25, 30 horsepower, just like a Gen 3 did. So I think obviously put some long tubes on it, high flow cats. Intake probably helps a little bit because of the carbon traps, but not a ton. So I'm sure there's like another 20 horsepower. And then obviously Lund's still working on his files, so they'll probably pick up some more power here and there. But right now it's pretty close to a S550 Gen 3. So I'm working on some pretty crazy project in the background. I got a video coming, but I'll show you a little sneak peek. But I'm working on a pretty big project with that car. And then, cause like I said, I'm doing the fab work at my house right now. And we're doing like all the mechanical stuff at the actual shop. So that's some pretty cool projects in here right now that I'm doing some fab work on. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on those. But really excited with S650 stuff. I know it's early. One of the big things they got to figure out right now, they're trying to get a patch obviously from HP tuners, is the mile per hour speed limit. So doesn't matter if you got built motor, built trans, you're making 15 horsepower, you're only going 155, 158 miles an hour depending on the gearing you have. So that's our big thing right now, is they're trying to figure out the speed limiter. But yeah, tons of stuff going on. Like I said, we are fully invested in this S650 thing. Made a stupid purchase this weekend, but I'm excited for what's to come on that one. And my truck is like a couple weeks out. So we're gonna pick up the truck soon. We're gonna do some crazy stuff with that thing. And then obviously we're gonna see what happens with this S650 stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for coming along, and we'll keep you posted on the updates.